I spoke to him earlier on and he said, look, this guy, he's very, very good. He's beat me before in tournaments. If you're looking back to Tekkz in Barcelona, he actually lost his first game, if you do remember, and then pretty much came out all the way through. I think he lost 2 matches in Swiss style. He didn't lose a single series up to lifting the trophy. These two did match in Barcelona in the console final. Tekkz beat him 5-3. If we can see a repeat from that, F2 and the Tekkz family will be very happy with that.
They will be indeed. And of course, if you don't know already, F2 Tekkz from left to right in that Liverpool strip, a massive Liverpool fan as he comes forward now on an early finesse. And there's the early goal. That's the first goal we've seen on stream. 4 minutes in. And you saw it in Paris. You've seen it throughout the qualifiers this year. Finesses, they're always going in. Finesses around the edge of the box, that is what you've got to be careful of. But we need to have a word, right, on NRaseck. I know this game's just started. I know F2 Tekkz is in front. It's a 2-legged game, 5 rounds of Swiss-style format. 3 is the magic number. It was 4 last year. 4 wins you go through, 4 losses, you go home. This year, 3 wins you go through, and 3 losses you go out of the competition. But NRaseck, one of those players who a lot of people do not put in their favourites. Say, right, he's coming out of that German scene. We know there's 16 players at this tournament from Germany. It's so hard to get yourself represented as such, or to get your name known in that German scene. He makes like the last 4 of pretty much every single event. Yeah, Mr. Consistency, you could say, NRaseck.
And that consistency did get him that big move to Rogue Esports. Just going off that goal there, Patrick Vieira, a great bit of pressing from Tekkz. He squeezed in, he won the ball back, and then you feed it into Pele. Last year it was a low-driven shot. This year it's a time finesse just on the edge of the D. Whipped it into that top corner. No time to move your goalkeeper across, and Tekkz taking an early lead 4 minutes into this game.
Well, if you have just joined us, this is only day 1 of 3 of the competition here in Bucharest, and this is the first event out of 6 majors this year taking part, of course, as the global series. The tournaments, these are the big ones really at the end of the day, Richard. 1,500 points. Whoever comes top on Xbox, whoever comes top on PlayStation, and that was Cristiano Ronaldo there. But a word on the teams. This is, and I think we've done a little bit of research on it, probably one of the earliest tournaments we've ever had in a competitive game cycle for FIFA. So that's why you're seeing more icons in teams, because the team of the years, they haven't been released. You could say the players that are still present right now in the game haven't had the chance to show what they can do across the full season to get those better FUT items and to get in these teams.
Yeah, the icons are going to be more prevalent in the teams, strictly for the fact that we've not had a team of the season, we've not had a team of the year yet. So Sergio Ramos up against someone like Rio Ferdinand or Maldini, you're going to take the icon over that. Pretty much 9 times out of 10 you'll see the 92 Ramos feature now and again. For a lot of the players, that's the Champions League variant. Pretty much 1+ on every stat.
Oh, here comes Tekkz again. Went for a advanced fake shot there, it looked like, and it's going to go out for David De Gea just to collect that in the end. But an early start, you could say, from Tekkz. The skills are still there, Richard. They haven't gone from FIFA 18. He's still a skiller, still got a lot of flair to his game.
What a ping that was from David De Gea, looking for CR7 up top. Look for a lot of goal kicks. It's something that is strong this year. You're pinging the ball long. We've seen a lot of players launch it 60, 70, 80 yards, and then you've got the pace of an R9 or a Ronaldinho or a Ronaldo, CR7 up top. It's a viable way of scoring.
Here he comes now. Oh, just a little bit too heavy from R9 Ronaldo. And it's going to be back to that, isn't it? R9 Ronaldo, CR7. Why wouldn't you have these guys in your team? These guys are playing on unlocked accounts. AK, they can use any player up to a certain date. And from Team of the Week, obviously all the icons, we're talking the prime icons here. Yes, so occasionally you get players that prefer maybe the baby icon. Rarely, but it's mainly the primes in there. And one man that will be in a lot of teams will be that prime Maldini, Richard.
Yeah, he's pretty solid, to be fair. I think he's got 96 defending in-game, 86 pace as well. He's a little bit weak, though. And I was speaking to a few of the pros. They're going to go Rio Ferdinand over Maldini on some occasions, just for the fact he's a little bit weak when you're playing against a Ronaldo. Good finesse there, good save from David De Gea. In your defensive third, I think when you do see a team of the year Ramos, if he does get in, it's going to reign supreme pretty much across that back 4, maybe alongside a Rio Ferdinand. I know a couple of players like using Prime Desai, the 91, he features quite irregularly, but when he does, he always does a good job. One of the icons that we've seen here for Razek is Prime Thierry Henry. I think he potentially could be playing me as a cam, a right cam in a 4-2-3-1. You see that Prime Eusebio as well, one of the new icons this year. Unbelievable player, 94 pace, 94 shooting. big stat for him, 93 composure. That means when he's in front of goal, if you do a finesse shot, 9 times out of 10 it's going to go exactly where you've placed it on your analog stick.
There's that finesse, and there's nearly the equaliser off the post. That was Eusebio to R9 straight away on a finesse. We're going to see a lot of those. We saw him in Paris, where Joksan went all the way to win, who will be competing, and I'm sure we'll give you score updates from all the games that are happening here in Bucharest in round 1 of Swiss-style format as F2 Tekkz comes forward now after that early goal. Could it be 2? Oh, yes, it is. And you just saw there, Richard, he just moved the keeper just a little bit to left because he expected a time finesse. He expected a finesse at first, turned around, didn't need to do that, went the other way, and now he's 2-0 up.
Yeah, the moving of the goalkeeper is something we're going to talk about all weekend long. It's something that is the meta. If you are very good with moving your goalkeeper, you can predict what your opponent's going to do. It works unbelievably well for you, extremely successful. But you saw there, he moved him maybe 3-4 inches to the left. It gave him the opportunity. All he had to do was turn back onto his right foot and just slam it across goal. That's exactly what he did. Because you're moving your goalkeeper 3 inches to the left, expecting the finesse shot. It's leaving 2/3 of the goal completely free. When you've got a Ronaldo, when you've got a Messi, when you've got a Eusebio, who's that accurate and that clinical in front of goal, they're going to put it into that gap where the goalkeeper isn't.
Well, as we know, you can lose that first game, as we saw from Tekkz last year. On this occasion, of course, he's winning the first game of 2. Obviously, it's a 2-legged game. Surely it's going to go. And what's his save from Manuel Neuer? Out for a corner it will go.
Maybe for the first time ever as well in the EA competitive tournament. And we've seen 2 different goalkeepers used.
Yes.
One person's got Manuel Neuer, the Champions League variant. One person has got David De Gea, the Champions League variant.
Save again there by Neuer. It's an interesting one, goalkeepers. Like, we're going to talk about all this throughout the 3 days as such. You know, I've seen a few players go for Prime Yashin, believe it or not. I've seen obviously De Gea Champions League edition. You got Neuer Champions League edition as well. Thibaut Courtois in there. Like, again, this is Ultimate Team. This is, you know, what Ultimate Team was brought up about. You know, in FIFA 09 when it came in, building that dream team. Of course, you know, we're on unlocked accounts and there will be players you go for, but I've seen a few stories. We'll come on to it again as I've said throughout the tournament, of players using like Manolas at centre back because. In the words of Dula Mike, a 16-year-old that's qualified for this tournament, yes, another 16-year-old pulling through the ranks on the competitive stage, says, you know what, I know everything about Manolas. I know what he can do. I trust him. He got me through. He got me on the online qualifiers. We know about the online qualifiers. We had a hectic month in November of tournament after tournament, weekend after weekend, and we saw some incredible stories there. Players qualifying, new faces coming back, old faces returning.
It's almost that safety blanket. You're going to use a formation. You're going to use players that you're familiar with. When Manolas is doing the job for you qualifying online, you don't have to change.
What's a save? Neuer again.
The big thing that they talked about on the couch earlier during the pre-show, when you're qualifying, you're not qualifying against me on Weekend League. You're qualifying against other pros. It's almost a perfect practice for you going into it. You can practice on division rivals. If you're in Division 1, if you're in Division 2, 9 times out of 10, you're matching up against an Elite 1, a top 100, a pro player. So using a Manolas, you're not taking that big of a risk anymore because he is pretty much pro verified. When you're playing against other pros online.
Referee, yeah, we're going to have a free kick there, but
a minute over the 2 minutes allocated as well.
Again, I've been wanting to talk about this as well for a long time this year. As you know, the new added time feature is changing now. Last year it was just added time of 2 minutes, really. That was all we saw, and it finished on the dot. Added time of 2 minutes. Now the ref will play on for a bit, and it's going to create some interesting stories here. You never know, you might see another Danuso in London, but like added time of something. That's the chance there. Referee's blown up. Half time. 2-0 to F2 Tekkz. 3 shots on target, 2 goals. He started fantastically well. You know, you talk about the first game and the pressure that people feel playing their first game. He doesn't look too phased. Yeah, first 15-20 minutes he came out flying, did Tekkz. Very similar to the team that he supports in real life, Liverpool. That's what they'll try and do. They'll try and come out early and press very, very quickly. You can see NRaseck there using that 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. He's had 6 shots. He's had chances. He had 3 on target. Manuel Neuer in goal for Tekkz has been pretty solid in the first half, produced a few very, very good saves with the goalkeeper movement. I'll be interested second half. Does he switch into a 4-2-3-1? Does he match up against Tekkz, or does he believe that the 4-1-2-1-2 is the way to go to try and get this game back on track? But there's been a few poor placed passes from NRaseck in this game so far, with the combination of Tekkz pressing in the final third and that little slip of concentration here and there. It will punish you on this sort of level of FIFA. You saw it yesterday when they both pulled each other online on Twitter. They were like, oh no, we're playing against each other. Like, they were kind of worried, like, as such, you know. This is a console final right here. This is a massive, massive game in the first game of this tournament. As we said, we're here in Bucharest. Oh, that was the chance. He saw exactly what to do. The attack isn't over, ref.
Wow.
That was close. Nearly a penalty. We've seen some controversial ones throughout the year on FIFA 18. I'm sure we're going to see some big calls here on FIFA 19 as well throughout the Global Series. And as we said, it's all about the points this year. The Global Series ranking points. You get those. And if you're in the top 64 on PlayStation, top 64 on Xbox, come, I believe it's August next year, maybe July, you will be, or even June I want to say, June you will be going to the playoffs. And if you can finish in the top 16 on both sides, you'll make that big grand final. And we speak about this. If Joksan goes and wins this event, Richard, or even pulls the second place.
Pele's in, 1-on-1.
Can he finish it? He's just taking it a little bit too far wide. And
that's why I use Maldini, that pace, to be able to keep up with Pele and then win the ball back
really
as well.
Well done.
That's why he's a 94 rated centre-back.
You know, one thing that Tekkz was always known about last year was his attacking, style of play. Got to say, defensively, he's moved the keeper once or twice, made some really good saves. Neuer's made some good saves for him as well. And you just saw it there as a prime example, Maldini getting around the right side of him. Maybe that's an angle of the game that, has just been fantastic for him from the word go.
Yeah, this year defending is slightly different. More reliance on just being composed, being able to move your defenders into the positions that you want them, using the help of the AI as well. We are playing on patch number 3 right here, so it's the patch that the guys did qualify on to actually qualify for this event.
Which I think is the way to go. These guys qualified on that patch. They spent the time on the weekend and they know what it's like. And I'm sure as we go forward, we'll be on a different patch, or whether the game is on update wise. And here we go.
Look at the keeper just pushing out
finesse. Hullet to Hullet. I'm going to be used to saying that throughout these 3 days.
Let's not forget as well that this is a 2-legged game. All the games in Swiss style will be 2 legs, so it's not over for NRaseck after this first leg, where Tekkz can extend his lead 2-3 goals.
There we go. Across our 9, jumped up. Alexandro was there as well.
Gives him the perfect start to this Swiss style bracket.
A little bit too heavy, but well done, NRaseck, keeping possession still as he comes forward. Needs a goal at least to take him into this second leg. Aggregate scoreline in Swiss style form. If you didn't know it, used it all last year. Here we go. There's a finesse. Surely on this time, really well done again.
Yeah, great blocks there. A couple of really good blocks. I think even from Alexandro coming across in that defence from Tekkz. He's just switched into defending right now, so I imagine it's his 2 cams maybe just dropping back a little bit. You can see Prime Gerrard.
You see Henderson made the bench for him. Obviously a big Liverpool fan is Tekkz. And it's good to see 20 new icons added into FIFA 19, and it's good to see them in a position where they can be used in the competitive wise now. We're seeing Cruyff, we're seeing Eusebio. Yeah,
Cruyff, Eusebio, 2 of the real standouts this year that have been added to the game in the new icon department. You're looking across that defence as well. Sol Campbell, he's one that could be used as well. He's not the most agile of defenders, but if you've got 600, 700, 800k on your account at home, pick up that base Sol Campbell, I should say, the icon. 80 floor pace for a centre back. It's pretty nutty when you do put a chemistry style on him as well. If you're putting a shadow on him, look at 95 pace.
Well, you see Maldini, 86 sprint speed, 85 acceleration. He's got the pace of one. If Sol Campbell's matching up to that, he could be an addition as well.
Yeah, the addition this year that you can actually see what the chemistry style does to your players in-game as well when you look at the in-game stats. So if you're putting on a Hunter, you know that you're improving that shooting by 10 snatch. You know you're improving that acceleration and sprint speed as well in the pace category. So good addition, in my opinion, that you actually see what the chemistry style is doing to your players.
Here we go, Tekkz in possession, obviously signed for the F2 after that incredible tournament in January this year, of course, on FIFA 18. Will he win a corner? No. Yes, he will. Thought he was going to go for a goal kick. 2-0 up, though. Really good start. The second half hasn't maybe shown the same style. He's moved the keeper out there, collected very well as NRaseck.
Yeah. You saw he pulled him out there with his right stick, and you saw how far he actually came out of the goal.
That's risky, though. Say if
he could whip that in, he could get a fumble on it potentially.
And the good thing about Cruyff is you mentioned that 5-star weak foot. Go on your left, can go on the right. It was R9 that we always pointed the finger to last year and said, right, that's the man that can pull out the goods on the big stage. There's going to be a few of them this year.
Yeah, with the addition of the goalkeeper movement as well, having that diversity to be able to go on your left or go on your right, it's pretty much essential. 4-star or 5-star weak foot in any...
around the right side of him, save!
What a save. The 4 or 5-star weak foot for anybody in the final third is pretty much essential to be able to move it onto your right, move it onto your left, and then fire quickly in on goal. You saw the pace of Eusebio there to get him down the line as well.
Got around the right side of his man as well. Here we go. Nicholas Radek, if he can get himself a goal now, it will be perfect timing.
The pressing from Tekkz in the defensive third has been pretty remarkable. As soon as Razek gets it, he's closing him down. He's blocking shots. He's making sure he does not get anything clear-cut at all on goal.
Speaking of Eusebio, that was him again. Always seems to be an option on the ball for Tekkz. Moving it so quickly. R9 into CR7. Is he round the right way of Maldini? No, he wasn't. And this could surely be the last attack of the game for Nicholas. But look at that. Again, press, press, press. And look, another option. Switch it out. Now we're on the attack. It's just free-flowing at the moment for F2 Tekkz.
Yeah, he's not thinking about what he's doing. It's just pretty much instinctual FIFA right now. You saw that switcher play. He probably picked him out on the mini-map. Saw he had that man across on the far side. Mini-map is something that not a lot of people do. I was listening going around the players area earlier, and some of the coaches were saying, look, when you're looking back at your replays, look at that mini-map. It's there to help you. It's not there to hinder you. You see he's got the overlap there. If that had come off, he's busting a gut down the left-hand side, maybe 2-1 going into that final, into the second leg, but not on this occasion for Nicholas Razek. And 2-0 pretty much at half-time, you could say, in this two-legged game, going up to Tekkz, and 2 early goals were the decider.
Exactly that. 2-0 to F2 Tekkz in game number 1, or round number 1 of Swiss-style format. Remember, there's still a second leg to play, but just looking at the stats there, clinical, 5 shots, 5 on target, a fantastic start for the man that had an incredible start last year in FIFA 18. If he goes and does it again today, it's the Tekkz factor, you've got to say. It's just, he likes to start on early, but you cannot write out Nicholas Radek. This man has been to finals, he's been to the last 4, he's experienced, and he's coming out of that German region, which is, you know, so dominant in competitive FIFA. Thriving,
the German scene in FIFA at the minute. I think something that's quite interesting to point out is the way that Tekkz qualified for these events. Last year, I think he finished 64th or 63rd out of 64 players to qualify for Barcelona. This year, a lot of people regard him as the #1 seed coming into this tournament on the Xbox side of things, certainly. He's pretty much perfect in qualifying so far, and he's not only been qualifying by the scrape of his teeth or just here or there, he's been dominating anybody he's faced. He's been getting 30-0s on stream. He's been playing division rivals on stream against other pros and embarrassing people. El Tornadoes, flip-flaps, elasticos, any skill move, he's got it down to a T, and we didn't really see him there come out for Tekkz, maybe because Razek has listened to his game a little bit. He knew we were going to play last night. He might have gone back to the hotel, looked at past the VODs, past broadcasts from Tekkz on stream, looked at the division rivals games that they played against, and sort of analysed it, broke it down. But Tekkz 2-0 in the first game, the perfect start for the Englishman.
It's safe to say that he thrives out these skill moves, doesn't he? He does the El Tornadoes. Of course, he's been streaming loads this year, putting in some fantastic numbers, which is incredible for our scene as well. You know, on Twitch, pushing FIFA up that rank, and he can play. He can get 30. I think he did a 30-0 penalty shootout on the stream with like thousands of people watching. The pressure was on him, but is 2-0? Is it a safe scoreline?
Oh, certainly not. If Razek comes out from early doors, first 5 minutes, gets a goal, this game he's up in the balance. If Tekkz gets it, I think one thing that really surprised me there from Tekkz, his defending was immaculate. His pressing was very, very good. He were quick on the press. That's probably with his custom tactics. I know a lot of the players, a lot of the pros are very, very secretive of what they're using on the custom tactics, what they're using on their instructions. So as the weekend's going on, we're going to try and get more information out of them. Maybe when they go out with tournaments, they can say, this is what we're using, this is what it is. But just the pressing and the defensive display from Tekkz really, really took me by surprise. I weren't expecting that. I was expecting a lot of goals, maybe a 5-3, a 6-3 in that first leg, but a 2-0, and really to limit Razek only to a couple of chances. Fantastic display.
And I think the great thing is, you know, we have the opportunity to speak to these players before the event yesterday. You know, during rehearsals, these guys were practicing and ensuring their teams were perfect for the start of the competition. Speaking to Megabit and some of the German guys, just saying, Nicholas Radek, for us, you know, bearing in mind this is from a German player, he said, I can't get near this guy. Nicholas Radek, I think, played Megabit like 4 times in like practice before this event took place. Scored 1 goal, Megabit. Megabit's known as a goal machine. He scored 1 goal in 4 games against Nicholas Radek.
A lot of people regard Nicholas Radek as the best German Xbox player, pretty much by far. On on the English side of things, would you say a lot of people regard, at the minute, Tekkz as the best English player? So he almost got a Clash of Nations as well coming up in this first game. What a game that we actually saw as well. Those two to actually draw against each other in that first round of Swiss style. Like I said during the match, that's a console final. That is a grand final pretty much for us in the first round.
But the thing is, Richard, you don't come to these events for an easy ride, do you? You know, you play on the online qualifiers. You're playing against top quality players, and that's what a lot of pros that aren't at these events have said. You know, what's been different for me this year? What's been different that I can't make these events? I'm playing against quality from the word go. I'm pretty much playing a LAN event at home. Like, you're playing Swiss style format, you're playing knockout still. It's the same format as you would expect in an event. And if you can get past the online qualifiers, 5 out of 5 events for F2 Tekkz, for the events that he could qualify for. The Continental Cup was on PlayStation, of course. He's an Xbox player. And then we'll come on to Aggo as well, I'm sure, throughout the day. And throughout the 3 days, I should say. He's made every single event as well. You know, both these players have been flawless, and I'm sure there could be a way back in this for NRaseck. I'm not saying there will be. F2 Tekkz, you need to start strong again. Get yourself another goal. The first goal is massive.
Yeah, one thing that I've picked up so far throughout the 95 minutes of gameplay we've watched, NRaseck doesn't seem to be doing that many finesse shots. When it's coming to on the edge of the box, he's taking a touch, he's trying to pass it into the box. Maybe because he's almost over-analysing it. He's thinking, Tekkz is expecting me to do that first-time finesse shot, so I'm not going to. I'm going to keep on working it. Just do what you do at home. Just try and play the exact same. Tekkz is pretty much playing the exact same way that he does play at home right now. He's just got better players. With these unlocked accounts, he can use that Prime R9. He can use a Prime Ronaldinho.
And for a lot of these guys, the teams will be completely different from what they're playing at home. You know, this is an unlocked account we're talking about. Millions of FUT coins for, you know, some of these
50
icons.
50 million coin team.
There's one or two players that, don't get me wrong, have got that same team. I believe Mo Aubameyang is one of them. He said, I've got the exact same team as I'm using at home, which could be an advantage to him. We shall see. But then you look at F2 Tekkz last year.
He qualified with Ousmane Dembele.
Yeah, his team was not up to scratch. He completely, you know, he said that there's the first time finesse. It's good to see he's trying. It's good to show the intent is there from NRaseck, who we do need to mention as well, did sign for Rogue. So did Goal Machine to join MS Desari, obviously the world champion at this moment in time.
That's quite a poor goal kick from Tekkz, and this is a chance
again,
for NRaseck.
Again, 3 times.
They were looking for that run on the left-hand side. Tekkz did well just to cover it with the second-man press as well and force a corner.
These guys, they would have done all these same, you know, shooting techniques, all these same animations in the game, time after time, and there we go. Goal. Eusebio on the 4th time of asking will get a goal back. So early on as well, 13 minutes into this one. Lovely bit of skill. And it was one of them. I don't think he expected that at all. We've had 3 finesses now from NRaseck. It was a case of changing it up. NRaseck, you know what, he just puts his foot through that and says, you know what, Eusebio, you got the stats, have a go. Yeah, really, really good bit of play there from NRaseck. He didn't over-analyse the corner. He played it short. He just kept on moving around the ball. He didn't whip it into the box. He didn't take a risk. He kept hold of the ball. He played it short. He then worked it into the box. Lovely drag back from NRaseck, and then just powered it home near post with Eusebio, one of the new icons this year. Unbelievable player is Eusebio. I think he was the top goal scorer in the 1966 World Cup. There's your little bit of knowledge.
Thank you very much.
And the key thing, as I said, this first goal is massive, and you can just see the confidence that has come with that goal from NRaseck. Look how he's attacking now, looking a little bit confident. Here we go, edge of the box, play one more if he can. Ronaldo to R9, Ronaldo went for a finesse. Yeah, I think he might have actually looking for that near post again, looking to power it home with R9. Same corner once again from NRaseck. That's a penalty. That's a penalty. Eusebio, the hero, it seems right now. Of course, still needs to take this penalty. Vieira dived in, and it was just the faintness of touches to just go right with the right foot of Eusebio, just to push out. Yeah, fantastic bit of skill. You see the La Croqueta coming out from Eusebio, and penalty. Hullet stepping up. Which way will he go? We go down the middle, and NRaseck, game on. 2-0 up in 20 minutes. A tough penalty to take for F2 Tekkz. Wow. And this is how competitive FIFA is, Richard. In 20 minutes, this game has completely turned around. We're coming into this second leg saying, if Tekkz can start nice, he's going to build his way into this game. In 20 minutes, NRaseck has gone, you know what, Rich and Brandon, be quiet. I'm stepping up to the mark, and I'm taking this second leg home. And then you've got to say, that's the best 20 minutes we've seen from NRaseck. You know, look at that last 90. That first 20 has been so much better from him. Going forward, he seems to just he's changing up a little bit. We talk about it being a game of chess competitive FIFA at times. This year, with moving the keeper, with the different ways you can finish, it's even more so a chess match. It's a guessing game.
Yeah, really good finesse there from Tekkz. That probably would have been a goal.
There we go. Oh, that's a mistake. What a save.
He's bailed him out. He's stopped the corner as well. Good bit of defending from NRaseck.
David De Gea just saved Nicholas Rajic there. One mistake. That's all it takes. One mistake. And he could be down a goal. But what a turnaround this has been for the German from Rogue Esports. You can just see, as I mentioned again, the confidence when he's going forward. He's happy to move it. He's happy to go quick. And the mindset changes now. Tekkz is probably worrying a little bit. Omri, edge of the box. Played into Eusebio. Back on that finesse. And that's how you turn the game around in 27 minutes of FIFA.
It was almost last game. It was stuck in sludge a little bit. He weren't moving the ball as quickly as he liked. This game, he's turned the water on. It's flowing. He's so much smoother with everything that he's doing right now. The passing, the shooting. We said Tekkz in the first game was instinctual. This game, NRaseck, he looks so comfortable right now, and it's forcing a change from Tekkz. He's looking what formation he's playing. Is he still playing? He's still playing the 4-1-2-1-2. He's NRaseck. It's just a different player.
I think he was saying there, has he got 12 players on the pitch or something? What's completely changed it? But this is good. We always say, make a change. If you're not happy with how it's going, make a change.
Wow, Ronaldinho coming off. 28 minutes gone. Tekkz has seen enough already, and that prime Eusebio is coming on. A big change from the young man. Maybe
he's seen how good he's been for Nicholas Rajic and wants, you know what, I want a little bit of that as well. So here we go, back into the game. Only 30 minutes into this one. This is the second leg, if you're just joining us, of Swiss-style round one on the Xbox side of things. F2 Tekkz in that red strip up against Nicholas Rajic from Team Rogue.
Actually using the roll kit as well.
Yes, of course, in the game. A number of esports teams' kits are in the game now. Compared to last year, it's good to see as well how we progress forward as an esport. And Tekkz, get yourself a goal. Get that confidence back in you. You know you've had a fantastic first game. You can do it. Sandro. Fill it to R9. Just they'll look for that space in this box. And you can just see how Nicholas Rajic's defending. You can just see. Is that Henry? Yeah, it is. It's Henry back doing his defensive duties there. And he's won the ball. He's won the ball. If he's playing just CDM for the one time there, he's done well.
Yeah, he's playing right centre mid in a 4-1-2-1-2. Is that prime Henry?
He's off. Eusebio again. The star in this second game. Eusebio crosses it all the way. Well defended.
And we saw it last year. Henry playing as an outside centre mid. He's got medium work rates. He's got good physicality. I think he's 6'2" as well. So he's got a bit of strength about him. He can win the ball back. And you see him there, just pressing the ball. Is that prime Henry?
Here we go. Eusebio to R9. This is a bit more free flowing from Tekkz going forward now. Alexandro. Just constantly. You can just see he's just controlling one man. Well, he was. It was Henry at the time. Well, one. Out for a corner? Yes, it will be. This is Tekkz in possession. We haven't even hit half-time, Richard. This game feels like it's been going on for quite a while for the action that we've had so early on. Eusebio, Alexandro on the edge of the box. Played inside. Eusebio again. Just keep moving the ball around. And wait for that perfect chance. There it is. That's the finesse. Pele will go the other way. Well done. Nicholas Rajic read it completely. He said, you're not going to take that finesse. You're going to go down the other way. And David De Gea has matched that up.
What a ball from Nicholas Rajic as well, from De Gea in goal. He's already read that chapter of the book, had Rajic. He thought he was going to go for the finesse. And he just took a step to the left. It was a risky move. It was a gamble that Rajic took, because if he does finesse that, that's a pretty much certain goal.
And you've seen the risk that people have taken. Straight through the middle. Really well done there by Rio Ferdinand. And I think the key thing that we've seen from Rajic is all the little fundamentals that have been good. Defending is being good. Going forward is being good. Decision making, really good. You had to make a huge decision there. If I've just cursed in, no, I haven't. Here we go. No, maybe I have. R9, there's the finesse, and there we go. That's the decision making that was going so well for him. He expected the shot completely the other way, and look, you can just see if we can see it on the replay. Cuts back inside and completely sent David De Gea the wrong way.
Well, the last two occasions, Tekkz has gone to that side. Rajic thought he was going to make it 3 out of 3, and they were going to save the ball once again by moving the goalkeeper 3-4 inches to the left. Tekkz went, you know what? I've already read that. I think he moved a little bit premature. Did Rajic with the goalkeeper. He moved him just a couple of seconds too early, but a couple of seconds is all it takes. Tekkz slots it into the bottom corner with R9. What a game we've got on his hands right now. 3-3, and you see the stats pretty much quite even. 95% pass accuracy from Tekkz. That's pretty remarkable.
The 94% as well from NRaseck. A perfect time to score though for F2 Tekkz to bring this game all square once again. To 3 apiece, and you are looking at the screen of F2 Tekkz. Just having a look at the formation that NRaseck is playing. 4-1-2-1-2 narrow.
Looking at the bench as well, he's got 3 subs who he can bring on. Pele, Johan Cruyff and Lothar Matthäus. The rest bronze players on that bench.
That was something as well that Megabit was saying earlier. He's one of the only players to still play that 4-1-2-1-2 narrow in that German scene.
Wow. It's almost as though different nations have got different sort of formations. We know France, they love a 4-2-3-1. That formation, they've stuck by it pretty much since FIFA esports got incepted and was born. That 4-2-3-1, that's what they stuck by, and it's almost that gets passed through the generations. Like the family stew, it gets passed down throughout. You've got to play the 4-2-3-1.
As we said, this is just in that second half right now, and this FIFA 19 Global Series is brought to you, of course, in part by Turtle Beach, a proud audio partner of the EA Sports FIFA 19 Global Series. You'll see him throughout this tournament. There's a shot, and there's a goal. NRaseck straight back in front, 4-3 up. Didn't take long for the German to reply.
What a strike that is from Thierry Henry. You can move the goalkeeper all you like. You're not saving that one. Absolutely thrashed into the pretty much the near post over David De Gea. Thierry Henry gets this game back on track, and whatever you can do, I can do better is the motto at the minute. 4-4 in this game.
As I was saying before, I was interrupted by a
thunderbolt
from Thierry Henry. See, all these players are using that Turtle Beach headset that has been a part of the whole year last year. These guys will be used to wearing them. And Tekkz finds himself down a goal. An aggregate scoreline of 4-3. Remember, he was 2-0 down, NRaseck, coming into this game. Had an incredible first 30 minutes, then conceded on the stroke of half-time from Tekkz. And now he's back in the driving seat again. Can he go the full way? Can he get that all-important #1? So it's not #1, sorry, his first W of this tournament. Yeah, because you need 3 wins to get through. 3 losses will send you home. And I'm looking forward to seeing some stories like someone going 0-2 and then pulling it around as a 3-2.
Yeah, I seem to remember Aero from last year at the playoffs. It was 0-3. He then managed to go 4-3, and not only did get 4-3, he went all the way and actually secured a grand final spot as well.
Here we go, back post. Find it if you can. CR7, a deflection on the way through. I don't think anyone expected that.
Wow.
And once again, we are back square. You're going to be seeing this throughout these tournaments. Players that just cannot be separated. One mistake will probably, finish this game. One mistake late on could call this game.
I were expecting the back post, the little LB&X, because we are playing on the Xbox, that back post cross, but it wasn't to be. He's just absolutely thunderbolted it near post. I think it might have got a deflection on the way through. Are you asking questions of the goalkeeper getting beat at the near post like that? It wasn't that good of a strike. It seemed to go pretty much.
Can we see it? Is it a deflection? Surely.
A big deflection.
Off the knee, and then it hit the post and went in, Richard. So just
big deflection.
Just about went in.
Still go down as a Cristiano Ronaldo goal. That Champions League variant of Ronaldo. Pretty much +1 across all stats. Not the base of upgrades, but when you've got an unlocked account and you're at no penalty for using an upgraded Ronaldo, you're going to take it.
And once again, we are back all square. 4-4 the score between these two. NRaseck. Here he comes again. Ronaldo outside the boot.
Looking for that near post again. It was Razek.
Of course, these guys playing an unlocked FUT account means they can use pretty much any player in the game up to a certain date regarding the team of the weeks, but all the icons are included in there. The 60 of them that are in the game now. Of course, 20 more than last year, and one of those icons that has proven himself already on the big stage is Eusebio.
He's been fantastic thus far. Probably the standout icon, you'd say, standout player on NRaseck's team, definitely.
Cruyff as well. We'll hopefully see a bit of him. Here comes Pele. Oh, really well done. I think that was Cruyff there. They could have put that into the back of the net. A lovely, just threaded through ball in the last final third. Maldini on the edge of the box. Don't think you want to be shooting with him. Pele to Vieira. Look at that back post. It's there if you want to take it. Attack over. No, it's not. Recycled again.
Look for a counter. Potentially, you can see Ronaldo trying to just get in behind, it looks like, through the middle of the pitch.
There we go. Overlapping run. Eusebio. Back
Good
to R9.
play.
Just faked it as well. Could have easily went in the centre. Here comes Eusebio now. F2 Tekkz to the back post. Surely what a save. On the rebound. Yes, it's in. Didn't clear his lines. Don't think he really had much of an option to. And a big C from Cristiano Ronaldo, as we're so used to seeing. Now in the game, you can hear the man do it.
Yeah, all the way from Bucharest to England, where Texas fans will be cheering him on. Ronaldo taking back the lead for F2 Tekkz. What a save that was at the near post. And then just a slight deflection. I think it was off prime Rio Ferdinand there in the middle.
And I've got to say, that goal could be a very small cushion that Tekkz needs. You know, he's been chasing the game, you know, since the start of this one, since of being in front 2-0, then conceding, going 3-2 down, then scoring, then conceding, then scoring. Now he's back in front for the first time in this game, 5-4 up. Can he hold on? And can he start defending just a little bit better? Because in that first game, we saw him defending so well indeed. There's the through ball. Can he find him R9? Oh, he kind of half-heartedly went for it. Yeah,
Patrick Vieira, that prime Vieira, just getting back in, doing the dirty work, cleaning up for the two centre-backs. Look at NRaseck now. He's pressed very high up the pitch. Looks like he's playing pretty much 4 up top. Cruyff can shoot.
Edge of the box. There's Ronaldo. There's a save as well from Neuer.
Yeah, he read the finesse there, did. Tekkz just moved him a couple of centimetres to the left just to secure that ball coming into him. And look for Tekkz just to slow this game down now. Try and keep possession.
2 little through ball chips, it seemed. Eusebio.
Edge of the box.
It's been good ever since he's got that's the pass. It nearly went through all the way to R9. Win back the ball. And that's Vieira now out of position. Well done, Kyle Walker. Had to make that tackle, and he did. Here comes Cristiano Ronaldo now. Which way he? He's got 3 players on him, chased him. That could be dangerous. He's pulled 3 players out of the game. Has NRaseck R9. Wow, there he was. The tan not over yet. Maybe it is now. NRaseck coming forward in the last 10 minutes in this second leg of round 1 of Swiss-style format here in Bucharest. Oh, if that pass came off, that would have been something spectacular.
Yeah, the little flick from Ronaldo, that would have been very special from NRaseck.
Great turn, Cristiano Ronaldo. There's the through ball if he can find it. I think that's Pele that's off. Ronaldo's in the centre if he can find him. And Patrick Vieira doing really well. Just to clear that out. Attack not over yet, though. End-to-end FIFA I can see in the last 5 minutes here.
What a tackle from Ronaldo, but he does get the ball back. Does NRaseck. Last attack, potentially, of this game to force extra time.
One of the final attacks for the German. He nearly pulled back an incredible comeback. He was 2-0 down going into this game, remember. 30 minutes into it, he was back 3-2 up. And into the boot, one of those that just slows it down. Kyle Walker will make the tackle, slow the game down.
NRaseck will be disappointed that he's pretty much, they were in the lead. He had to just probably see this game out, get another couple of goals potentially, and he's away from Tekkz, but you can never count out Tekkz. He's so good going forward in that attacking third. He scored a variety of different goals. A finesse, the first time finesse, he scored a near post, he scored a back post cross. He's got the toolbook almost in his toolbox. He's got so many different things that he can hurt you with. Going forward especially, the question marks were over his defensive work, and in that first leg we saw that his defending was very, very good.
It was quite early on, though, that comeback from NRaseck. It was, what,
yeah,
still 16 game minutes left, so that's a lot of time in FIFA time. I know that, the half 26 minutes each in real life time when you play at home, when you play online on your ultimate teams. But when you're playing a competitive game and everyone's pausing every few minutes to make a change, to change something very slightly, it will take a while, these games. Here we go. What a tackle. I don't know if he meant to get a touch on that. Patrick Vieira with the faintest of touches.
Yeah, he's got a big toe on it.
Added time of 2 minutes. This is Tekkz to lose now. Just keep the ball in the right areas.
Is he onside? He is.
Time waits in as such, but in the right areas in the attacking third. Eusebio.
It's game over.
Surely game over, and there we go. A huge win on the board for F2 Tekkz. Was 2-0 up in the first game. At one point, you would have said maybe nearly thrown it away in the second.